Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today it is Vlogmas Day 13. It is December 13th. It is less than 2 weeks till Christmas. I hope everybody's ready. I finished all of my Christmas shopping. Most of my Christmas shopping I finished yesterday. I had a day off work, so I just went out and got it all over and done with. There's still like one or two little gifts that I need to pick up for people, but it's not like absolutely like vital to get them. Also, like, I don't know if you're from Canada or if they do this in the States or if they do this in every province, but in Ontario around the holiday seasons they put together like the OLG, so Ontario Lottery and Gaming, put together like little like mega packs of like bingo cards, like the scratch cards and things like that, and I've been looking for them everywhere and I can't seem to find them, so I don't know if they just didn't do them this year or if they're already sold out where I've been looking. So those I would like to pick up because I always like to put those in my family's stockings, and then I always pick up a few for myself just so I can scratch them. So for today's video, I thought I would do a Christmas tag. I searched high and low for a tag that I really liked, where I liked all, if not all, most of the questions, and I finally found one. So I will post to this girl's channel down below just so you guys can see where I found the original tag. I don't know where she got it, but this is at least where I found it. So if you see me looking down, I am looking at my laptop, but I'm going to answer the questions. There's 16 questions. Then we're going to do our typical like advent calendar stuff, and then I'm going to call that a night. You will be seeing more bonus videos up this week. I got another subscription box in the mail today. My cause box came, so keep an eye out for that. And Mickey and I are going to be filming another I just showered, so some of my hair is falling out. Another Disney series collab video. I'm probably filming mine Friday, I believe. And so it'll be up Friday night, or it should be up Friday night. Also, if you see, like, I keep catching glimpses of, like, lights in the background and stuff, or, like, shining over me, it's because I showed you guys the other day where my window sits, and our Christmas lights are on the house, and the windows are kind of open right now. Like, not open, but, like, my curtains are kind of open, so it's kind of shining through. All right, so on to the Christmas tag. So question 1, what is your favorite Christmas film? So obviously I did a tag, or not a tag, I did a video all about my favorite Christmas movies. My favorite one is Home Alone. That series, hands down. I know it's more than one movie, but those are my favorite. If you guys want to see my other favorites, I will link to that video up here, but that would be my number 1. 2, have you ever had a white Christmas? Most years we do. I do live in southern Ontario. Sometimes it's a little milder and it doesn't snow or the snow melts. But I can't remember one in recent years where there wasn't at least snow on the ground. If not, it was snowing. I don't know that it was snowing last year, but there was snow. So depends on what you define as a white Christmas, but yeah, I have them all the time. Where do you usually spend your holiday? So on Christmas Eve is when we do our big family get together. So my mom has three sisters. 3 sisters and a brother, and they're all married and they all have kids, and their kids are starting to have kids. So by the time it's all said and done, I think there's like 35 or 40 of us now. So ever since we were kids, we've always gotten together with that side of our whole family on Christmas Eve to do like dinner and games and stuff like that. So that's always on Christmas Eve. So this year it is at my house, so you guys will be seeing a video of us like getting ready for that. So like doing the setup, I'm gonna film. I have a bunch of holiday baking I have to get done next weekend or this weekend, so I'll probably show you guys that as well. So that's the first thing that we do. And then on Christmas Day, when we were younger, my dad's family is from Hamilton, so we used to drive to Hamilton on Boxing Day to go and see like my grandma and my aunt and my uncle and stuff, but they have all passed. Some have been a long time ago, so we haven't done that in probably since I was in high school, so over 10 years now we haven't gone and done that. We normally on Christmas Day just hang around here. Sometimes we go to my sister's house. But yeah, so normally just around home. One year I think we went to Blue Mountain, but yeah, for the most part it's either at our house or at one of my aunt's houses or my uncle's house. Most of us live within like in the same area, within a city or two of each other, so we're all within like a 20-minute radius. Number 4, what is your favorite Christmas song? So I'm a big fan. When we were kids, my mom used to always buy the Bob Rivers Twisted Christmas CDs, and if you've never heard these, YouTube them, they're hilarious. This guy just does covers of like like songs. He does parody versions of songs, and he kind of like tweaks them all so that they're all about Christmas, but they're really funny. So like Let It Snow is Yellow Snow, and there's other ones like that. So I do like all of those, but they are a little bit crude. So if you're younger, don't look at that or ask your parents permission or let them do it first. But if you talk about like mainstream Christmas music, I think my favorite one is Jingle Bell Rock. I don't know why. That's just the one that like sticks in my head the most. Number 5, do you open any presents on Christmas Eve? So again, at our family thing, if there are presents exchanged, now that we're all older, we don't really do that anymore. But when we were younger, we used to get gifts from our family. Now we do play like a gift exchange game. So everybody buys a gift worth like $15. And you all draw a number and everybody picks in that order, and there's stealing, and it gets like, there's like family alliances to try and get the best presents. It's hilarious. So we do that. So I kind of do. And then the only other time we open presents on Christmas Eve is, I am not a morning person. I hate waking up early. And I can remember one Christmas a long time ago, I must have been a teenager and going through like my attitude phase. So my parents tried to wake us up Christmas morning, and I freaked out and I started screaming at my mom and telling her like I didn't care. I hated Christmas. They were saying, well, what, fine, we'll return all your presents. I said, go ahead. I don't care anyway, whatever. In the end, I did go down and open presents. But so I've always hated waking up earlier than I feel like I need to. And I can be pretty grumpy in the morning. I'm better now, but it does still happen sometimes. So sometimes if we know that we don't want to wake up early, we will open them the night before. And then we have also lately, as like a Christmas tradition, started going to see a movie on Christmas morning. So this year I think we're going to go see Star Wars. I think last year we might have also done the same. I can't totally remember. So depending on what time the movie's at, sometimes we open presents the night before, just so that there's not too much going on. We're not in too much of a rush on Christmas morning. 6, can you name all of Santa's reindeer? So what is there? Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph, and all of the other reindeers. So yes, I can. Ta-da! Number 7, what holiday traditions are you looking forward to most this year? So the other big holiday tradition that our family started doing, and this is our big family started doing this, every year for the past 6 years maybe, it was started by my cousin. He came in one year and he had this quiz for us, and it was all like, it was like kind of like just like, I want to say like Trivial Pursuit kind of stuff, like pop trivia, not pop trivia, just like history, geography, sports, all this different trivia. And so we did this quiz, and we all split into teams, and we all answered all these questions, and then whoever's the quiz master, whoever makes the quiz, grades them all, and the winning team gets their name engraved on this trophy that we have. So this year my sister and I actually wrote the quiz. We wrote it down when we were in Mexico, so I have to put finishing touches on that, but the quiz is done. So that is my favorite part of the year, or of our Christmas, is when we do the quiz. I just have so much fun, and I've written it, I think this is my second time writing it, and we themed ours this year. And I was actually thinking that if you guys were interested, I might do like 2 videos for that. So I would do one where I ask you guys all the questions, give you guys time to try and figure out all the answers and stuff, and then in a later video I can come back and do the answers. So if that's something you guys are interested in, if you guys kind of want to play along with my family's Christmas quiz, I will post that. I just can't put the answers up till after Christmas, just in case somebody in my family catches wind that they're on here. And if I do put up the questions, I won't be putting them up until Christmas Eve. That way nobody has time to go do the research beforehand. So number 8, is your Christmas tree real or fake? You guys saw my Christmas tree. It is so fake. We've had that tree for as long as I've been alive, and my parents were like, you'll inherit that tree one day. So one day that tree might be mine. It's starting to fall apart. It's starting to look a little sparse. Like the limbs that used to like be like nice and propped up and perky and stuff are now kind of saggy. So, you know, we'll see how many more years that tree has, but it's been around for a very long time. Number 9, what is your all-time favorite holiday food or sweet treat? That I don't know. I kind of pre-read this, but I didn't really pre-read this. Holiday. Trying to think of things I can only get at the holiday seasons. Oh! I know exactly. Now, just based off last night, 2 seconds, I will show you what my favorite one is. Okay, so as of yesterday, now I love these anyway, and I haven't been able to find them, and Mars International stopped the sale of them in Canada. You guys all know, if you've been here for any length of time, I am very, very allergic to chocolate, and it's the cocoa powder or the cocoa mass or whatever it is, but I can't have it. I will break out into hives, go into anaphylactic shock. I don't want to say die, because obviously I haven't died yet, but anything's possible. And before I got the allergy, M&M's were my favorite candy of all time. And one time, I found white chocolate M&M's in a candy store in the mall. And I tried them, and I could have them with no problem. No allergic reaction, no hives, nothing. And I was like, amazing, I can now have them. And I went back to the store, and they didn't have them. And then I went back in, and they didn't have them. And I was like, are you guys getting them back? And they said, oh, Mars International passed a thing, we can't sell them anymore. You can't sell them in Canada. And I was heartbroken, and I was like, this sucks, I'm never going to find that again. Well, I was Christmas shopping with my mother yesterday, and she was wandering the aisles looking at stuff, and guess what she found? These are open because I've been eating them already. These are white chocolate peppermint M&Ms. We bought 6 bags, which was pretty much all the bags that they had in the store. I'm going to eat one now because I can. So they're so good. So they're white chocolate and kind of minty. But that was like the best. That was the best thing that could have happened to me. So that'll be my favorite, because I think other than that, like, I used to really like, and I don't know if anybody else ever did this, so I haven't done it in years. You used to take an ice cream cone and green icing and roll the ice cream cone in the green icing and then throw sprinkles and like beads and stuff on them and then eat that. And I think it was dipped in chocolate at one point too. I don't remember. Those used to be really good too. I haven't had those in years. Okay, number 10. Be honest. Do you like giving gifts or receiving gifts better? I am a giver. Obviously, it is great to receive gifts all the time. But I like to be a pretty emotionalist person, and I find that when I get given gifts, I get overwhelmed often. If you guys saw the gifts that Mickey gave me in that swap video, or not a swap video, the makeup exchange video, you guys will know I get very emotional when people put a lot of thought and effort into that, so I just like to avoid that at all costs. But I love buying stuff for people. I love seeing the looks on their face. I like getting things for people for no reason. I like making deals with people to not buy them things and then being shady and going around their back and getting them stuff anyway. I love to give gifts to people. It is my favorite. Number 11, what is the best Christmas gift you've ever received? So I, as you guys know, am a Montreal Canadiens fan. I know a lot of you guys are like scratching your eyes out right now if you live in Toronto, as most of my friends are. I love the Habs. They are my favorite, and I have not yet been to go see them in Montreal. I saw them once when I was in like my first or second year of university at Queen's, or maybe we went in high school. I don't remember. I had a friend take me one time, and it was amazing, and I hadn't been in years and years and years. And my ex-boyfriend was being pretty, like, I don't know, tight-lipped about what he was maybe getting me for Christmas and for my birthday, and he was saying, like, he couldn't decide if he should give it to me for my birthday, and he was going to have to do one gift for 2 different, like, because my birthday and Christmas are so close together, he said, can I just get you one big gift for both? And I said, yeah, of course, whatever. What are you going to get me? And I had no idea. And he surprised me with Leafs Habs tickets. He's a Leafs fan. So he took me down, and it was the best because not only did I get to see them play, but it went into overtime. So I got to see the new 3-on-3 overtime, and my team won. And that's always nice when you're in the minority of fans, because when you're in the minority and your team loses, you never hear the end of it. But when you're in the minority and your team wins, like, it's just a great feeling because everybody's mad at you, but they know not to say anything to you. So that was probably the like most thoughtful and like well planned out gift I've ever gotten. Number 11. Nope, that was number 11. Number 12. What would be your dream place to visit for the holiday season? I think I would really like to go, obviously I wouldn't want to go anywhere where I couldn't have a white Christmas. That's just a me thing. I love the snow. I love going away to hot places. Obviously, we all do. We all like a getaway, but I could never live anywhere where it didn't snow. I do much better in the cold weather than I do the warm weather. So I think if I could go anywhere, I would maybe want to go to like Iceland, or my mom's really wanted to go to Scotland for a really, really long time. And I think that could be really pretty as well, going and spending the holidays there. So I think one of those two is where I would go. Number 12, are you a pro present wrapper or do you fail miserably? Okay, so there's a funny story in this. I used to be really, really bad at wrapping presents, like really, really bad. I'd have to always get my mom to wrap presents, and if I got her anything and didn't want her to see it, it would go in a bag. You know, that's every bad gift wrapper's go-to, or every lazy gift wrapper, in my case sometimes. You just put it in a bag, because it's easier. Put it in a bag, tissue paper, you're done. Then my mom taught me the proper way to wrap presents, and that was probably when I was like 8 or 9. And literally since then till now, I'm now 28, so it's been almost 20 years, I wrap every single person in my house's Christmas presents. Every single one. I even wrap my own presents half the time. Like, they'll always keep, like, one or two a secret from me, but other times, like, there'll be movies that are, like, family movies, but they'll be like, oh, you can put your name on it, whatever, or here's pajamas, yeah, whatever, you've seen the sizes. But yeah, so if my dad has gifts to wrap for my mom or my brother, I get them. I have one in my room right now that I have to wrap. I wrapped a ton yesterday, so I have become a total pro present wrapper. I love doing it. I'd actually thought about putting up like a how to wrap a present correctly tutorial for my Vlogmas. So if you guys are struggle at that and you want to see that, I will do it, but I don't know how I'm going to film that because that seems tricky, but I can figure it out if that's something you guys are interested in. 14, most memorable holiday moment. I honestly don't know because there's so many. Like, I can think of so many different things. I would say that, like, some of the funnier ones are probably my most memorable ones. Like, they're the ones that I look back on the most because I think that they're hilarious. So, one was the year that my brother got a remote control car and we were fighting over it and we drove it into the Christmas tree and, like, knocked the tree over. Another one, she might kill me for saying this, but my mom was cooking dinner and drinking a lot of red wine, and she went to go get something in the basement, and all you heard is like thud, 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 as my mom fell all the way down the basement stairs. And I feel bad saying this now because she did end up getting, like, she hurt her knee pretty badly and ended up having to get knee surgery not long ago. But, like, it's memorable, it's funny. Same thing, once I was of the age where I could drink at my Christmas gatherings, they seem to get a lot more funny. The other one that I always remember, so I didn't grow up with my sister. I think I've mentioned this a few times, but we are pretty close now. But I think the best thing ever was there was one Christmas where my mother, my sister, and I were all standing in the kitchen talking, and the way that our feet were, it was weird because we had one foot propped on top of another foot. So it was one foot and then the other one was propped up like against our leg, the exact same angle, the exact same way. And none of us noticed until one of my aunts came over and said, did you guys realize you do that? And so it was just one of those things where it was kind of cool to see, like, how even though we didn't grow up together and even though, like, my mom didn't raise my sister, like, she still had all of the same traits and stuff that I had. So that's also super memorable. 15, what made you realize the truth about Santa? What truth about Santa? I can remember the first time that I thought that Santa wasn't real, and my brother told me that he had seen some guy in a red suit in our house on Christmas, but I think that Santa is one of those things where, like, if you believe in magic and you believe that, you know, that kind of stuff can exist, then why wouldn't you believe in Santa? I still do. I believe in magic. I believe that there's something else out there. Whether or not it's necessarily a guy that goes down your chimney every night, don't know. But I definitely believe in the idea of Santa. So I'll leave that with you guys. 16, what makes the holiday special for you? I think, just like everybody, the holidays are a time where you spend with your family and your friends. It's not about the gifts. The gifts are nice. Like I said, I love giving gifts to my family and friends. I love seeing smiles on their faces. I love to make them happy. But it's just that time that everybody gets where you get time off work and you get time to let go of a lot of the stress in your life and just hang out and have fun with your family and just, you know, do that with no pressure or anything. And I feel like everybody around the holiday seasons is just in so much of a better mood. Like, of course there's stress. Everybody's stressed with holiday parties and holiday shopping and all of these things. And you do see that side of people as well. But for the most part, everybody is so generous and so understanding around the holidays because we're kind of like all in this together. Like the other day I was driving to work and I saw, I don't know if it had been like a minor fender bender, but it was like a truck and then there was a car behind him and it looked like the gentlemen were having pretty strong words about it. But then at the end of it, they started laughing and shook each other's hands, and that was it. And they just said goodbye. And I was just like, you know, I don't know if it's the season or if it's where I live, if it's a Canadian thing, and we're just really polite. But like something like that too, where you kind of, it helps you keep your faith in humanity and that there is good out there when you can see that people can solve things for themselves and that they don't need to escalate situations. So that is it. Those are the 16 questions for the Christmas tag. I will link them down below if you guys are interested in answering these yourself. I'm not going to tag anybody just because nobody else I know is really doing Vlogmas or they don't celebrate Christmas, so it wouldn't be appropriate to tag them. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And if you guys are interested, I will list all of those questions down below along with the girl who I got this tag from. So now we're going to quickly open our NYX Lippie countdown calendar. We are on the last 2 rows. It's the second half. So number 13. Okay. I don't know about this color, you guys. So this is a liquid suede in the shade Vintage. But it is like brown. And I don't know how I feel about brown lipstick. So we'll pull this out. So it's pretty dark. Let's just take a little look. Yeah. I don't know. It's got a little bit of like a pinky tint to it, but it is, for all intents and purposes, a brown lipstick. So I'll put it on really quickly and we'll see how it looks. I have pretty like natural looking makeup on right now. So it might look like a little much, but we'll try it anyway. Okay, so there we go. So that's the color for today. It is actually really pretty, and I think it would look really nice with like a smoky bronzed out eye. But I think for what I have going right now, just because I have like next to no makeup on, like no eyeliner, no mascara, none of that kind of stuff, just pretty much my face is done, I do think it's a little bit too much. But it is actually really pretty and I do really like it, and I threw it on the floor. And now we're going to open day 6 of our Quo by ORLY calendar. You guys are going to be so disappointed in me. I bit my nails. It had been months, and Saturday night it was Monday night I did it. I was laying in bed and I don't know if it's eczema or psoriasis that I get, but it was acting up so bad. I don't know if you guys can see any of like, I'm trying to show you, like how patchy it is here and how dry it is. And I just found that with the nails as sharp as they were and as long as they were, when I was scratching, I was tearing at the skin and I ended up just chewing. I'm sure I could have just like trimmed them and cut them off, but I ended up biting them all off. And I'm so mad at myself, but at the same time, like I know I did it kind of for a reason, so whatever. So this week we got a treatment and color. This just looks like treatment and shine top coat. All in one base coat, color, and top coat. So it's just clear. But if it's a treatment and shine, and I'm always looking for new top coats, I do have a Seche Vite one that I really, really like that my best friend got me because she knows nails like nobody else that I know. But it's always good to try new top coats. And I have that chip defense one, but if this can be used as a base as well, that is perfect because I don't think the other one can. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for day 14. Bye.